These are the plaintiffs, Adrian and Terrence Bowman. Adrian says their neighbor, the defendant, was trimming his trees and one of the limbs fell on their car, damaging it. Their neighbor's a stubborn fool if he thinks he can get away with ignoring their requests for the $1,068.45 needed for repairs. So they're suing. This is the defendant, Humberto del Toro. He says he watched his tree guy very carefully do the trimming work, and nothing, he repeats, nothing fell on these people's car. Besides, if they saw his cutter do damage, why'd they wait a week before approaching him about it? He refuses to be ripped off by his nasty neighbors, owes nothing, and thinks the judge will agree. He's accused of refusing to go out on a limb.
All parties, please get your right hand. You seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Mr. and Mrs. Bowman,
Yes.
you're suing your neighbor. He's a next door neighbor?
Yes.
Mr. Del Toro, because according to you, a tree trimmer he hired damaged your car by cutting a limb that then, while he was cutting it, fell onto your car. How do you know this?
Well, when I went to speak with Beto, after the guy who was cleaning auto detail in our car that comes to our home, he was cleaning our second car. And my car was already parked in the spot where the limb fell.
Okay.
So my car was parked with a car cover over it.
The car cover was already over it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so Jose, he told me at the time.
Who's Jose?
The guy who cleans the car, yeah.
The auto detailer?
Yes. He told me that day, he said a limb fell on your car, but I didn't think anything of it.
Do you have a statement from Jose?
Yes.
My name is Jose Reyes. I am her personal car washer. On December 2nd in the morning, I was washing her husband's car. I'm not sure if they were trimming the tree, but I saw that a limb fell on top of her car. This is when I told her to check her car. That is all I saw. Okay, go on.
So when I went to take the cover off of my car, and I seen
Which is how many days later?
A few days. It was a few days.
Which is how many days later?
It was 2 days later. It was
Okay.
on Monday.
Okay,
It was from Saturday to Monday.
Okay.
It was parked from Saturday to Monday.
okay, go on.
And so I took my car to the body shop to get an estimate. And then I went over to Beto's, and
So Monday you took it for the estimate?
No, I had to go to work Monday. I took it for the estimate probably maybe a couple of days before.
May I
within
see the
week.
estimate? And you're sure about that Saturday? It was a Saturday? When
That the tree fell?
That the limb fell?
That he cut, they were
that your guy
cutting?
Jose was out there and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
knocked
yeah.
on your
Yeah,
door? You're
yes.
positive it was a Saturday?
Yes.
Do you have photographs of the damage?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. This estimate is on December 14th.
I can't really, it's been a while back.
Okay,
so I
when
don't
they
really-
talk to you, what do they say to you?
She told me she wants me to fix her car. She wanted $1,000. I whoa, hold on. We gotta see this, you know. I used to do body
What did
work.
she tell you had happened?
She told me it happened on a Saturday, something like that,
Yeah, but how long earlier?
like a week.
Okay, but when did you have the guy doing the tree trimming?
Oh, they usually come on Fridays.
Is it possible you had him doing a tree trimming on a Saturday?
No, Friday.
Does he do a receipt for you?
No.
You just pay him what it is every
Yeah,
month?
whatever he tells me, and that's it. You know? He comes, cleans up everything, takes off, and that's it.
So it's your regular landscaping guy?
Yes.
You have his
That's the
number in
name.
your phone? In your
No,
phone?
I don't.
You have no way to reach a landscaper?
No. Because I usually go to his house. He lives down the street from my house.
Your Honor,
Go ahead.
after my wife talked to Beto, she showed him the estimate. He said that he had a person that could fix it for less than that.
Okay.
That's when I came in. I called him.
Is it just this ding? Like a ding, like one ding in?
Right there, yes.
And
And
there's-
then on the top part.
And there's some scratches on
It's not a scratch on the top part where the paint came off at. You see that? Those are two different dings.
Two different things.
Yes, those are two different dings, not the same one.
Oh, excuse me. And the first time they showed me, it was a little ding, the one quarter panel, the one the quarterback. That was the one that we talked about. The other one, I don't know. Where that
Was
one came
there a
from.
ding on the roof?
No. They showed me only one. That's what's correct. They showed me the one the quarterback. I remembered. The other one, I don't know where that one came from.
And according to you, at the time, he was like, well, I've got a guy who I know who does body work, go to him. And what happened?
Well, Beto and I
First of all, why were you saying that? Were you going to take responsibility?
No, I went and looked at it, showed me. And when I looked at it, and it's not a big thing, you know?
So you figured you'd give them the body shop and?
Yes, but then they're talking about more than $1,000 and,
Okay.
you know, no?
And according to you, you used to do body work?
Yes,
And that's a suction?
yes. That's all it is. They got other stuff done to the
Have you ever
car,
had a ding suctioned? I have.
Not on
I
this.
haven't.
We weren't gonna have it done on this.
I don't mean on this. I mean on my car. I don't know what that chuckle was about there. All right, I heard a distinctive. No, that did not come from. That chuckle came from right in my left ear.
My wife initially spoke to Beto. He said he had a guy that could do body work. That's when I stepped in. I called him. It's been a while. I say 3-4 days.
Yeah, that's when you said. What was it? Your exact words in the complaint? I handed my husband his phone number because he's a man and he can take care of that. What is
That's
that?
what I-
But what does that even mean?
Well,
you can take care of it too.
well, no, let
Don't
me-
sell yourself short.
Well,
All right,
no.
don't worry about it. Go ahead.
So anyway,
It's a car. Go ahead.
So anyway, I tried to call him for at least 3-4 days.
Him who? The body shop guy or
Beto.
Okay.
I tried to call him for at least 3-4 days, no answer. After that, we took our car and got,
So did you ever go to the place he was talking about or no, because you couldn't get the name of it?
no,
Okay.
we ended
Yeah,
up.
Beto never, actually, after my husband had called Beto several days from his phone and Beto didn't answer, then I called Beto from my phone and Beto answered and the conversation he ended up telling me to sue him,
Got sour.
you know.
See, let me tell you what my concerns are. I have a couple of concerns. He claims that his landscaping is always on a Friday, never on a Saturday, but then magically he can't give me, when I tell him I want to speak to his landscaper, he can't possibly find me the number for his landscaper. I don't like that. That's suspicious to me. But I'll tell you what else concerns me is you have your entire case is hearsay because you didn't see it happen. And that concerns me because, just a second, I have the statement, hold on. Because all you're doing is giving me some writing on a piece of paper. It's not even notarized or anything. And, you know, we relax the rules on small claims a little bit because you don't have lawyers or whatever else. But my God, that's kind of hard when all you've got is, you know, is the landscape, your detail guy, and he's not here. You chose to bring your husband, and, you know, you really would have been better to bring the detail guy. But let's assume every word in that note that he wrote is correct. He says he never saw anybody cutting on the tree, that he just saw a limb fall. He didn't see anybody cutting. And that he told you about it, he said, hey, a limb fell.
Can
Yeah.
I say something?
Yeah.
Judge? You know how I know that somebody was cutting the tree was because Beto told me that. Beto said that he was watching his tree cutter.
Okay, why did you bring up the tree cutter?
Well, yeah, because the guy was up there, you know, I was there moving my cars. He cleans them up, the palm trees, and he takes off, you know, and that's it.
Right, but so
put my cars back.
the idea of blaming it on the tree cutters and that tree cutters were cutting the palm came from you.
No, because he comes on a Friday, does that, everything done, and then all suddenly she comes and tells me that, you know, that something fell
Did
on her
she tell
car.
you the day she thought it happened?
Nope, not that day.
Well, then why are you bringing up the tree guys?
I don't know. They do it before they even told me about the car, you know?
Yeah, except for you're bringing up the tree guys, so maybe they do come on Saturday.
No, come Friday.
Welcome back to the People's Court. I want to ask you guys about cars and whether you can suction out a ding in a car. Is that possible?
I think it's possible. Like you have to do heat or a plunger or something. Like you could
You
get
could
that,
do this with a
You
plunger?
could get that dent out though. I know that.
Could you actually You have a car?
I do.
Could you possibly do that? Because that's why people go to body shops.
I wouldn't try it.
Well, you could try it, I think. Would it work?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
Everybody thinks it's not going to work. Let's face it. Go.
Just me.
Well, I know you do. Going inside the courtroom.
Call
And
the
the
tree
detail
guy.
guys comes
Call
on
the tree
Saturday.
guy. I want to talk to him.
I can't get a hold of him. You should know these guys. They don't even.
They don't what? I know.
The guys just come. You know, you tell them they
Yeah,
come.
no, he has a phone though. Everybody has a
Ah.
phone. Everybody has a phone now.
These guys
So
just-
Judge, can I
Yeah.
show you, we have, here's a picture of the palm tree right here. Can you give him your
Yeah.
phone? Give him, just give him your phone.
Just wait a minute. Here's the picture of the phone. Here's the pictures of the palms falling where the cars normally park.
This picture was taken of the palm tree when?
Last week,
And what's this a picture of?
that's where I have a restored car.
This is a piece of that palm tree? Like the husk of the palm
The
tree?
husk that fell. We had that fell. That's where our car, well, actually my car, that's where her car was parked that day. That's where my car that I have restored normally is parked.
Is this a picture of the palm tree in question?
Yes. And he said earlier in his statement that he has a guy come out and cut the palms every month.
Why
You
does your
can-
palm tree look
you-
that? Excuse me, I've done this my whole life without you. I'm in the middle of questioning him. Why does your palm tree look that way? Half the limbs are falling down from it. In other words, it doesn't look like you're staying on top of whether or not they get trimmed.
Well, I haven't been done lately.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because those are going to fall down on something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you're not that good about this. Yeah, you're not that good about this.
I haven't lately because I've been out of town a lot.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to, because when you leave it like that, it's gonna fall on somebody. Do you have any other estimates or just this incredibly bloated one? Because it's very big.
No,
I've done this
actually-
work. I've done this work on my cars.
Actually, Judge, you know what? I would have had another estimate had Beto because I was willing, when Beto said he had a friend that worked at a body shop, and would I take my car there? I said, sure.
Okay.
And he never.
I'm gonna rule against the defendant and in favor of the plaintiffs in the amount of $500. Verdict to the plaintiffs.
Well, how do you feel about what the judge just decided? You've got to give them $500, not the 1,000 they were asking for.
Better. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it is better.
A lot better.
Do you feel like
So-
you should give them anything?
Not at all, but that's what the judge says, so.
But it sounded like originally you would have, had it
Yeah, I
not
would
been
have
that high.
not that much, yeah.
Okay, well, $500. All right, thank you very much. Okay, you guys argued. You argued with the judge. Did you finally get to the point where you're going to get some money? Huh?
I think we should have been awarded our full, what I had to pay to get my car fixed.
pleased at all.
He's,
You're what?
I'm not pleased at all.
but it's okay.
I
It's-
mean,
it's-
we were compensated, and at least we were compensated. The judge felt like the estimate and the price that we paid for our vehicle was bloated. We take our car to the person that we deal with. Hey, you know,
That's the way it goes, you know?
it is.
That's the way it is in judges.
It's a
Sorry
done
about
deal.
it.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal, that's right. Well, congratulations, you got something.
We didn't lose completely.
You sure didn't. You're absolutely right. You didn't lose completely. Did they, Harvey?
Okay, on an unrelated suction note, if limbs overhang on your property, you are allowed to cut right to the property line. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.